Hey, hey!
Welcome.
I'm smelling fresh basil.
If you caught our little check-in while ago,
Somebody
you saw us
there.
out in the garden because it is a beautiful day.
It is a gorgeous day. And the garden is singing God's praises.
Yes,
literally.
it is.
It is.
It
It's
is.
crazy.
I love it, and I got to pick some. I think
Shh.
I did.
Is
Who's
it-
on there?
Who's on there? Is it Gunnell?
It's Gunnell. Watch. I hope it's Gunnell.
Who is it?
It'll take just a second for it to pop up, I think.
It's not showing me who it is. It's not telling me who it is. Gunnell's at you.
Gunnell. Oh, hey, Joy.
Hey, Joy.
We were just talking about the awesome garden.
Yeah, we were out in the garden, and so I went out to get basil and parsley and thyme and rosemary, and Lisa started, hey Kimberly, Lisa started freaking out
I did.
because there was like bell peppers to pick and
Yes. And I picked my
jalapenos
first.
to pick.
I picked my first jalapenos.
She was like, how do you know if it's ready?
Yeah.
Can I pick it?
I'm like, I'm gonna ask you some really stupid questions. Here we go. This one has flowers, and she's like, yes. And when this flower falls off, that's where the
That's
fruit
where
or vegetable is gonna come
comes-
from. And I'm like, what? Like, who knew that? So if any of my teachers
Yeah.
are watching that taught me
So-
this stuff, sorry.
On your tomato plants, on your zucchini, squash, what all had flowers out there? Oh my gosh, cucumbers,
Yes.
tons of stuff. All the tomato plants, all of it has flowers on it right now. And so she's like, oh look, they all have flowers.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so
I was
pretty.
like, that means that's where the vegetable is gonna come in. Everything, it does. It's so good. It's so good. So, I had to share with y'all this recipe today that I absolutely love. My sister introduced me to this recipe, Stacy Olmstead, a couple of years ago. And because we had our friends who are missionaries in Italy coming to dinner, and she found this recipe for a Panzanella salad. Now, she got the recipe from Ina Garten, not personally, but someday we'll meet Ina Garten. Do y'all know Ina Garten?
I did not, but I do now.
Barefoot Contessa. So she's one of mine and Stacy's favorites. So if you don't know who she is, look her up. She's a fantastic chef. Love her. So anywho, Stacy found this recipe, made it for our Italian friends. They loved it. I fell in love with it, and it's one of those things that now you cannot have summer. Hey, Lita, you cannot have summer without this salad. Seriously, especially if you have a garden. Okay, so I went out and picked my fresh basil.
It smells so good, y'all.
Because I'm sitting here
Yes.
doing this. Rosemary and thyme. Now, I'm only putting the basil and parsley, fresh parsley, in the salad. All right, so here's the base for the salad that you need to know, because this is going to be a salad that you are going to make multiple times this summer, and you're going to love that you have this recipe, okay? So write it down.
Do you want to do your
Hey,
one?
girls. Oh, yeah. So what I'm drinking tonight, look, I decided to be extra fancy. Look!
I love it.
I love these glasses. One of my really good friends, Barbara D. Barbara D used to be a rep for a lot of different lines that I would buy at market. Okay?
Mhm.
She has been my rep for, 10 years, but I knew her before that when I was buying for my Arkansas store, and because I would go in the showroom where she worked, but I wasn't in her area. But anyway, so I got Barbara D when I opened up Bon Appetit, y'all, here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the lines that Barbara D used to rep, and she gave me these gorgeous glasses, 4 of them, they're called soprano glasses, and they're super fancy.
They are fancy.
love drinking out of these things. So, and there's white ones. This is the white one, and then there's red ones. So, but today I am drinking Gamble. I love Gamble wineries. And this is a Sauvignon Blanc, which Sauvignon Blanc is going to be one of your favorite white wines for summer. And this is from Napa Valley. It's a family vineyard in Napa. So we do have this at Bon Appetit, y'all, in Bay at the Lake. But this was part of our wine club like 6 months ago, I think.
Cool.
So yeah, great wine. It's from Yountville. If y'all, okay, have y'all ever been to Yountville? If you've been to Napa, you've got to go to Yountville. Yountville is where the French Laundry restaurant is, which is uber famous. Like, you have to get a reservation like a year in advance, and
I don't believe that we went there when
it's
we were in
like
Napa. But
$300 a person, and it's my dream to go there someday. I'm going to eat at the French Laundry at some point in the next 5 years.
yes, she will.
I will. So, Gamble Wineries is from there, Yountville and Napa Valley. The Sauv Blanc and the Rosé is really good. Great wines for summer. So that's what I'm drinking
We did
tonight.
go to
Is
Yountville
the
while I was
Sauv-
there.
Oh, I love Yountville. It's
Yeah, I do
beautiful,
remember
very
that.
quaint.
Yes.
The city gardens.
Yes.
You walk through, huge gardens. Actually, the French Laundry restaurant is right across the street from those huge gardens. And
I'm gonna have
that's
to look and see.
the French Laundry sources all their stuff out of those gardens.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Panzanella Salad, you are going to want to write this down. All right. So, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your local grocery store, because I know you're not going to make homemade ciabatta bread. Okay? You're going to go to your local grocery store. I went to Trader Joe's and bought their ciabatta bread. You can use a French loaf. You can use a couple of different types of day-old bread, whatever you have. I will tell you, this recipe is really good and extra with this ciabatta bread. Okay? So all I did was cube it up. I olive oiled it, tossed it, Italian seasoned it, and that was it. Baked it in the oven at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes until you've got not overly browned, but crisp, good, big, kind of chunky, golden croutons. Okay? So, ciabatta bread croutons, and it is imperative. I promise you, it's imperative that you make these for the salad. Don't go
the store-bought route.
Don't be thinking you can buy a bag of croutons.
Mm-mm.
Don't do it, okay? This
You're gonna
took
miss out.
5 minutes, okay? All right. So, this is crazy. These are a main part of this salad, okay? So, I'm putting all of these. This is not just a little topping on a salad, okay?
That's my kind of salad, y'all.
Yeah.
Bread.
So the other thing that I have in this bowl already is miniature heirloom tomatoes and some vine tomatoes. Now, I will tell you, they did not all come out of my garden because all my tomatoes are not ready yet. But the beautiful thing about if you are growing tomatoes, you put whatever tomatoes you have in this salad, okay? Doesn't have to be any kind of specific. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I cut the tomatoes too, y'all.
She did.
So if I can cut them, y'all can.
It took her a minute, but
It did.
and
But
she
they're
was
done.
like, how do I do this?
I did.
Okay. So I'm gonna stick my hands in here. Y'all don't tell. Okay? So we already cut up like
I just don't want you to
3 vine tomatoes, and we cut up probably 24 little miniature heirloom tomatoes.
Yes.
Okay? The other thing I cut up already, and y'all are gonna go, this is weird, but you've gotta go with me, okay? Go down this road with me. It's a little weird, but it's really good. And the other thing is, this is really good the longer we get into summer, because I put peaches in here, okay? I took
I know.
2 Texas peaches and I cut them up into little cubes, These are Texas organic peaches. Now, the longer we get into summer, the better these are going to be, right? So right now, I've just got tomatoes, peaches, and my beautiful ciabatta bread croutons, okay? Now, I have cut up red onion, and I sliced it thin to where you're going to get these, you know, pieces like this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, and I only cut up, for this much, I cut up a quarter of a red onion. So I'm breaking I did slices, and then you got to pull it all apart, okay? So then I'm going to toss that. Then I'm going to chop up my fresh basil. Y'all, this already smells so good. So we've got red onion, tomato, peaches, ciabatta bread. Now I'm going to take my fresh basil and I'm going to chop that and get it in there. Basil is so easy to grow here in this area, this neck of the woods. As long as you keep the aphids out of your garden. And I've got some kind of big, I did not finely chop it, okay? You see? So we're gonna toss that in.
Smells delicious.
And then a little bit of fresh parsley. Going straight in from the garden, all right? Now, if you want this to be a little more salady, okay? Because right now, this is what we look like. This is what we look like, okay? I am gonna throw in some spinach to give it some fullness of lettuce, okay? You do not need to do this. In Italy, you would just be eating it like this. Or the other thing you could do is serve this on a bed of spinach, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm gonna toss just a handful of spinach in with this. All right, now, the last two things that make this salad, okay, are burrata cheese. Do y'all know what burrata cheese is? Anybody?
I didn't.
Anybody? Come on.
Bueller.
Bueller. Y'all know what burrata cheese is? Somebody say something. Bueller.
Nope.
Nope. Nobody? So burrata
That was
cheese. Huh?
That bread.
It's so good.
It's so
isn't
good.
it? I know. All right. So this is burrata cheese. I was waiting for cheese. See, honey? All right. So if you were in Italy and you got a cheese and meat board, whatever, it's going to come out with this in the center of the board. Burrata cheese is like everywhere in Italy. It is very similar. Yes, Joy, it is delicious. It is the bee's knees, faux show. So burrata cheese is somewhat like, it is the most like a mozzarella cheese, a fresh mozzarella, not a processed mozzarella, okay? See, look, I did it again.
Stuff on the floor.
I just drizzled oil because I already oiled this cheese. I can't help it. I'm trying to show y'all stuff, and so I make a mess. So, listen, this is what burrata cheese looks like when you buy it in the store. It's this beautiful little cloud. It's this little puff of cheese.
Just a little puff.
Just a little puff of cheese. Now, if you were to get this in Italy, I went ahead and I drizzled a little olive oil on top of it, and then I did some cracked pepper on top of it, which is really good. All right, so when you buy burrata cheese, which it's kind of hard to find in Sherman, Texas, but you can find it at Trader Joe's, of course. So we're gonna take this precious little cloud of cheese, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can we buy this puff of cheese in Texoma? Well,
I wonder if Albertsons,
I haven't seen it there.
sometimes they have more.
But see, I mean, it does cut. It does cut. It slices. But can you see
The texture
the
of it?
difference of the inside? It's almost kind of cottagey cheesy and cream. It does not taste like cottage cheese, so don't think it's cottage cheese. But it definitely has a creamier whipped texture than mozzarella, okay? So what happens is you're gonna take this precious little cloud of cheese and you're going to, I'm gonna cut it 4 ways this way. Can y'all see it? And then like 5 ways this way. So it's not like you can literally cut cubes. It's not gonna happen because this is so fresh and yummy. But I got probably 12 to 14 pieces. Yeah. They don't look good. Oh, it's so good.
It's going to be delicious.
It's so good. So, and then I'm gonna do like half of this one because I like a lot of burrata cheese, okay? So I'm gonna, look. So see, I'm gonna cut it in half. You can cut it in half.
April, precious little cloud of cheese.
It is a precious little cloud of cheese. Okay, have y'all ever heard the comedian? Oh shoot, what's his name? And he's talking about Krispy Kreme donuts, and he says it's like putting a baby angel in your mouth.
Oh Lord, and that is the truth.
That's what burrata cheese is like. It's like putting a baby angel in your mouth.
That's already saying. It's gonna be on a shirt. Love it.
Totally. All right. So I'm doing another half a cloud, because I like a lot of burrata cheese. Okay. Then lastly, the thing that I put in here is a homemade dressing. All right. Sorry. So I made this dressing up before we started. Who doesn't have a mason jar with a lid at home? Okay.
You can get them at the Dollar General if you don't have one at the house.
There is no reason why you all should not be making your own homemade dressing pretty much all the time. You most likely have all the ingredients. It's super simple and easy. Here you go. All right. This is, now I will say you can use a fresh clove of minced garlic. All right. Mm-hmm. We roast garlic every week in the kitchen at Bay to use in recipes. And so we had readily available real garlic cloves roasted. So I grabbed the one that was already roasted. It doesn't have to be roasted, okay? So I minced up a little garlic clove in here. And then this is olive oil, a little bit of red wine vinegar, a dash of lemon juice, about 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and then I went to the garden and I grabbed a whole stem of rosemary and I threw some fresh thyme in there. Salt and fresh pepper, and then you just shake it up in your mason jar and you're good to go. Now, here is the thing about this salad.
So good. Yes.
Okay.
Smell-o-vision.
I wish y'all could smell this.
Right.
So, see my garlic and my fresh herbs in there? I promise y'all it makes a difference. It's not a big, you can buy fresh herbs in the grocery store, in the produce section, and if you don't have a garden, but it's way cheaper and easier if you have some herbs in your backyard. It just is. In a pot.
In your windowsill.
Or in your windowsill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, olive oil, red wine vinegar, a dash of lemon juice, salt and pepper, a garlic clove,
honey,
2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and about 2 teaspoons of honey, and then I put fresh herbs in there and shook it around, okay? So, basically, look, girls.
Yummy.
Oh my gosh. But I'm not going to be able to toss this because I put so much in this bowl. So I'm going to put it in a bigger bowl so that I can toss the dressing all on it. This is not a salad that you want to put the dressing on like later. You want to put it on now and let it be
marry.
Yes, let it be sitting together. Faux show.
Delicious. Like normally I wouldn't try something like this because there's way too many maters. But
no, it's not when you put all the stuff in there.
Not. It looks so good.
Okay, so now I'm gonna dress it, pre-dress it, okay? Because here's the thing, you want this, I'm gonna pull this rosemary out because I made this dressing earlier. You want this dressing to zhoosh in all of those pieces of bread.
Oh, yes.
Oh, who? Mary Beth! Oh, I look forward to seeing ya. That'll be awesome. You want this dressing to get down in all of that cheese and tomatoes and croutons. Oh my goodness. And you want it to just marinate there. Now, here's the thing about this salad. Of course, this is not something that you're going to be able to serve 2 days later. It's good the very next day for lunch, but that's about it. You don't want to toss this together with the dressing until I say it's good to toss it all together like an hour before you're going to serve it, a couple hours before you're going to serve it. Okay?
Okay.
So it's a great make-ahead salad if you're having people over for dinner. Okay? All right, Panzanella salad.
Panzanella.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't it beautiful?
Look at that. It's
the colors.
gorgeous, but most importantly, it is amazing, I promise. I promise. It is so good. So good. So, yeah, are you going to do it?
I'm going to do it.
She is so not a, out of the box eater. So I'm proud that she's trying.
I am. And I'm trying to get a mater and onion and a peach.
It's important.
Yes, you got to have all of it.
You got to.
Oh, yeah.
The very first time she ate in my house, she was like, carrots?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And she ate them and she was like, I like carrots now.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. For real.
Yeah. This is the perfect summer salad, and it's so hearty, you literally can just serve this with like a salmon plank or a chicken breast and be done.
I was going to say chicken breast and this, and I'm done.
Literally, you don't need to serve anything else besides this salad and one protein to go with it that's great for summer. Okay? So, all right, guys.
So good.
I'm
so proud of myself. But I mean, like the onion,
she was worried because of all the stuff.
tomato, and peach, like all together with that dressing. Y'all better make this salad.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't playing.
It's the perfect summer salad.
So good.
All right, guys. Gamble, Sauv Blanc, or Rosé, both perfect picks for the summer. If you did not sign up for the book club, shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be so much fun. I ordered 20 books, and I think we're at 32 people.
Yeah.
A lot of people had to order their own books.
Me.
But
you got to order your own book. I messed up. I don't even have books. I got to get books.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good time. And if you want in on the next one, pay attention. Watch when we're going. So the first meeting is June 15th. And that's when we discuss the first book.
Okay.
But that's also the week that you can pick up your second book and be a part of the next round. So June 15th, if you are not in this first round, pay attention to the calendar. And then we meet and discuss that book on July 13th, okay? And then the night of that one, you pick up your next book.
Yes.
And our last discussion is August 17th. It's going to be a great time. Great wine, great bites, great discussion. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Guys.
Enjoy your summer salads.
Cheers.
And your hopefully some tomatoes from your garden.
Yes.
Bye-bye.